Now we're officially in the AI era. Now the way that we build businesses, find customers, create products will never ever be the same. With AI models from DeepSeek, OpenAI and Google advancing at an unstoppable pace, entire industries are about to be reshaped. AI agents aren't just about tools anymore. They're becoming full-fledged workers, replacing entire teams, automating everything from lead generation to product development. Every few months, we're seeing breakthroughs that make the last generation of AI look outdated, and we're nowhere near the scaling limit, which is absolutely crazy. The world is changing faster than ever, and if you're not paying attention, you'll get left behind. But I don't want that to happen to you. So in this video, I'm going to break down the biggest opportunities in AI right now and how you can actually generate leads for them as well. Let's get into the video.
Right now, the first thing that you're going to do is choose your niche. Now, let's be very, very clear. A niche is not just B2B or AI. You need to go a lot more deeper than this. Many people make the mistake of choosing a niche that's just way too broad. As I said, B2B is not a niche. I would even argue, like, even if you're providing a specific service, if it is SEO, for example, B2B SEO is not a niche. Or SEO for B2B companies is not a niche. AI automation is not a niche. You need to get very, very specific. You need to specialize further to stand out so you can stand out and attract higher paying clients and position yourself as an expert within that specific segment. Now, a good niche is specific, so it focuses on a narrow audience with a clear problem. It's repeatable. It means that you can solve similar problems for the same kind of customer profile. Um, Ideally, within the B2B space, they're going to be high value clients. We're not going to be selling to people that are going to pay us £50, $50, or even $100. We're going to go a lot bigger than that. We're talking multiple thousands. So your clients must be willing to pay premium prices, and it needs to be a scalable niche. So although we're saying like, yes, get very specific, not so specific that your niche is so kind of small that you can't do much marketing or can't acquire enough clients, because you need to bear in mind at any given moment only 3% of the market is actually ready or potentially ready to buy or ready to engage with you, which is very, very small, especially considering that you're going to be competing against other players within the same industry as well. Now, bird niche is, as I said, a niche that's way too broad. So this is B2B AI. This is too vague. It doesn't really say anything. And there's massive competitors that are going to have better reputations, better client testimonials, better case studies, and so on. Marketing automation. Once again, what kind of marketing? For who? What industry? Are you doing marketing automation for B2B companies? Are you doing it for SaaS companies? Are you doing it for e-commerce brands? There's so many different things. For e-commerce brands, there's like so many different industries and so many different things. So keep that in mind. AI consultancy. Who exactly is your audience? What do you automate? Do you specialize in accountancy AI automations? Do you specialize in maybe more hyper custom AI consulting? So like building SaaS products, AI SaaS applications, and so on. What is your niche? And you need to define these things. Now, a good example is AI sales automation for B2B SaaS startups. It's specific, it's clear what you do, and it's clear who you serve. AI-driven LinkedIn outreach for digital agencies, AI email copywriting for cybersecurity companies, AI recruitment automation for tech hiring managers. Very specific. Now, why does picking a niche matter? Why does it matter so much? First, it increases efficiency. You start building processes and systems once you've served very similar clients, of course. By no means am I saying every single client that you serve service is going to be exactly the same, but the idea is that they have similar problems. When you're signing your fifth client, 9 times out of 10, they are having similar problems, or it's like it's not new to you, which means that you can also deliver a better, or you can deliver faster with less effort and to a higher quality. Expertise. Specialization makes you more of a go-to authority within your field. No one likes a generalist. So, for example, if you was a cybersecurity firm and you were a generalist and you were trying to target health tech companies or like hospitals and clinics, and if you was going against a cybersecurity firm that specifically serves the healthcare market, which one is going to be more attractive to that prospect? The guy that specializes in healthcare, or the girl that specializes in healthcare. So just keep that in mind. It also means that you can actually charge higher prices as well, because you are as we said, specialist. You're a specialist within that specific industry. Also, I think a lot of people, the reason why they're scared to niche down is because they feel like, oh, they just can't make enough money within one singular niche. But, one single niche alone, you can make your millions. You do not need to target everybody. Finally, scalability. Once you master that niche, by all means, you can start branching out in like complementary industries as well, but conquer that one niche first. Now, what does it look like? Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys like more of a visual example. It seems a bit random, but it's important. And this is just more of an exercise. By no means am I saying like, this is a good niche, because it's going to seem a bit random, but this is how I want you to think about selecting your niche. So a mass market is dog toys. Then a broad market is unbreakable dog toys. So there's loads of different dog toys, right? There's the squeaky ones, there might even be edible ones, but specifically, we're going to specialize in unbreakable dog toys. And then finally, we're going to go one step further, which is unbreakable dog toys made from recycled plastic. It's specific, it serves a specific person, a specific ICP, and yeah, it's a niche market. Obviously, I would say that's very, very niche, but still, it serves the point. Now, you can actually use AI to define a niche. AI is incredibly powerful. Since you're actually sitting here watching this video, I don't need to explain to you about how transformative it is. But what you can do is use AI to help push you in the right direction. Now, whether you're a business owner, I would assume you already have a niche. If you don't already have a niche, what I would do is think about all of the skills that you have, list them out, and decide which one could potentially serve business owners. So if you have coding abilities, that's your skill. If you are good at writing, become a copywriter. If you are good at graphic design, for example, you can create graphics for ads. If you've built websites before, you can become a website developer. My point is that you would use this prompt, insert your custom skill or the skill that you want to deliver to B2B companies, and it will basically spit out 5 different niche ideas with market demand and monetization potential as well. Once you've done that, you'd research your competitors within the niche, you'd find real businesses with the exact problem that you're trying to solve, and you'd also validate the demand by checking market size, recent funding rounds, and stuff like that. All available on Google, all relatively easy to find. And once again, you can prompt ChatGPT further, especially because it has access to the internet, to find this information for you. Now, let's go on to using ChatGPT for market research. Market research is the most overlooked aspect of any process of building a business. You need to understand exactly who you want to target and why, and understand your ICP, your ideal customer profile. So at this point, also, I'm going to give you access to the slides. You don't have to sit down and write notes. I'll link it in the description. And this will kind of save you time, kind of trying to like screenshot and copy and type in the prompts and stuff. I'll give it to you completely for free. And as I said, I'll leave a link in the description for you to have access to it. Now that we have our niche, we need to now understand who we're targeting. So like, yes, cool. Like say if we have to find the fact that we're a cybersecurity company and we want to target healthcare companies. But who do we need to speak to? Who do we want to outreach to? Who are we trying to attract with our service? Because like an HR, a person from the HR department isn't going to be concerned with cybersecurity. They wouldn't care at all because it's not within their job role. The head of sales, once again, is not going to care about cybersecurity. It's not their role. But the head of, so there might be a head of cybersecurity. There might be a COO. There might be a head of digital transformation, for example. These are the kind of roles that we'd potentially want to target. But you wouldn't make assumptions at this point. You would start doing research. So, as I said, to sell effectively, to know exactly who we want to target and why, we need to figure out who decision makers are that we want to target. We also want to figure out what size companies we should target and why, based on kind of our ticket size. So if we're selling, let's say, a $20,000 a pound service, a company size of 2 or 3 with about 4 employees, it's not really going to be ideal. They probably don't have budget. So we need to define these things. We need to figure out number of employees. Then based on the employees, we can kind of estimate how much revenue they're doing. We also need to figure out their key pain points and challenges that we can solve with our new AI solution. Now, why is market research crucial? It helps you find the right people to contact. It ensures your messages is actually resonating with the right people. It saves time by focusing on the high value prospects and the high value people. I mean, it also increases conversion rates by addressing the real pain points that they may be experiencing in relation to their role and the service that you're planning to provide. So here's another prompt that you can use in ChatGPT or DeepSeek, whatever you want to use. And pretty much it will help you define decision makers, company sizes, industry segments, pain points and challenges and buying triggers, and also give you competitor insights as well. So everything that you need to define your ICP and figure out who you want to target and why. Obviously, I'm not one of them guys that says, oh, here's this magic prompt and it's going to do everything for you. It probably will take you a little bit of back and forth, just like any prompting process. But the point here is that it will give you a very, very good foundation of an understanding of your ICP. Now, we've done this a bit backwards, right? Like typically you would figure out your service and figure out who wants your service by selecting a niche and then go execute the business. But that's all well and good, right? Because at this point, you've probably selected a skill that you're comfortable with, that you believe that you can deliver to B2B companies. But what I wanted to do is just share some, massive opportunities that are currently in the market centered around AI business opportunities. So then you can go away with this information and decide whether you want to go away and create a B2B company based off of your own singular skills, or you want to go away and learn a new skill set within the kind of the AI business ecosystem. I would advise this, but it's completely up to you, right? Now, the first opportunity is AI programmatic SEO services. Now, what this entails is basically automating large-scale content generation. So you leverage AI to create high-quality SEO optimized content at scale, reducing manual effort, improving efficiency. The idea here is that your edge is the fact that you're faster, you can do more, and at a better price point than those that are doing this manually. Now, for this, you would use tools like Byword, Phrase, and auto blogging tools. This allows you to automate research, content drafting, and optimizations. You would use AI-powered keyword research tools as well. Automate internal linking and AI-enhanced meta description and headlines as well. You can do this with a GPT integrated sheet, which is incredibly powerful. You would do this with the whole purpose of optimizing for search intent long tail keywords. So you would basically saying, you'd go to a B2B company, let's say if you were specifically working with accountants. You'll say, hey, Mr. Accountant, we can help you rank on first page of Google in front of your competitors and drive organic users to your website that will eventually turn into clients. Obviously, I've rushed that, but you get the gist, right? And to monetize, there's a few different routes. You can offer AI-driven SEO services, or you could build your own websites, your own niche sites. And of course, you could then start offering additional services such as AI-generated content for social media, newsletters, and so on and so on. So it can open a lot of doors for you. The next business opportunity is back-end AI automation for companies. Now, this business is all about saving companies money and helping them accelerate growth without increasing kind of headcount. In essence, you're streamlining operations with AI-powered automation. So you're automating repetitive tasks, you're integrating various tools together to increase that efficiency and scalability as well. Now, tools for this are things like make.com, NAN, Zapier, and you can use AI as well. So you can integrate DeepSeek API and GPT APIs and use native integrations within these platforms to actually automate and enhance their processes with AI. Now, the pain points that these companies are potentially experiencing are manual workload overload. So they may have employees that they're spending a lot of time on repetitive tasks. You also have companies that will be lacking system integrations. So they don't have direct connections between their software. They also may be experiencing errors from human error, from manual data entry, which doesn't need to really be done, especially because a computer can easily automate that stuff. It also can cause things like delayed and slow decision making and high operational costs as well. Here are some typical examples. So you can automate CRM updates, AI-powered data processing. As I said already, the seamless API integrations and workflow optimizations as well. The next opportunity, which is it would be very, very difficult to sell, but because it's very, very difficult to sell, you get a much like larger ticket deals from this. Now, you would be in essence a fully custom AI agent development company. So a client will come to you and say, look, we need this highly complex AI agent built. Can you do it for us? You would say yes, and you go and build it. And some tools and technologies that you can use is Crew AI, obviously the OpenAI API, AutoGen, and LangChain. LangChain is very popular within Python, but yeah, you don't necessarily have to use custom code for this. Depending on the use case and depending on how complex the project is, but you could just use low code tools like Make, like NAN. But if it is highly complex, you might have to use traditional coding for it, or a mixture of both. And some use cases is AI sales agents, customer service bots, workflow automation agents, and so on and so on and so on. Another one, which is in essence what I do, is AI powered lead generation. So we leverage automation and AI to send thousands and thousands of emails per day for our clients. Now, tools that you can use is clay.com, instantly.ai, or smartlead, apollo.io, lavender as well. The pain points that we solve is we increase low response rates. So typically there is a science or an art to cold email. A lot of companies haven't cracked it, and it's our job to crack it, right? So for example, if a company is getting low response rates by doing manual outreach, we will increase them. We reduce the time spent on manual outreach. We also personalize at scale. We make sure that every single lead is qualified using AI, and we follow up again and again and again in a completely automated fashion. Now, some key industries for this is SaaS and tech, B2B marketing agencies, financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, and logistics. And as I said, benefits are like automated lead scoring, personalized follow-ups, LinkedIn automation, CRM integration. Like the benefits, they're vast and varied. But yeah, now finally, the last one is an AI-powered MVP development house. So what does this look like? In essence, you'll be building MVPs with AI. So there's loads of tools now, very, very powerful tools like Cursor, Devon AI, Copilot, and in essence, they're AI-powered coding assistants for faster development. Yes, I would argue that you do need some development experience for this, but that doesn't mean that you can't be a newbie, learn how to code, and then use these tools to accelerate your coding abilities further. And in essence, you'll be basically positioning yourself as a company that can build MVPs very fast, that are functional, that work, that will allow up and coming SaaS companies or startups to actually raise money or finish their rounds and so on and so on. And yeah, in terms of monetization strategies, you could do project-based pricing, you could even do retainers, equity deals. Yeah, it varies on what you can kind of deliver with a service like this, but it would be based on the way you'd position yourself would be based on the niche that you select, and also the ICP. So how big is the company? How much budget do they have? Have they already raised the money, or are they relatively early within their fundraising, and so on and so on. Now, the key part is it's all great having these different business models and different strategies. Now, how do we get clients? How are we going to generate leads for the service? It's all great. Like we know exactly what service we want to do. We know who we want to serve, but how do we get leads for this? I would argue that cold email is probably one of the best ways to do it. And I'm going to break down exactly how you would do it now. Tools that you would need is smartlead.ai or instantly, clay.com, and Apollo. So the first thing you're going to do, since we've already defined who we want to target, so we've defined our ICP, we've defined our niche, we know exactly what they smell like, what they look like, what they sound like, what their pains and desires are. So the first thing that we're going to do is build our list based on the niche and the ICP that we've defined. So first we're going to go to Apollo or Clay. We're going to build our list based on filters, whether it's industry, funding status, are they hiring, company size that match your ICP exactly. There's loads of different filters. Then we're going to build the list, and if we're using a poly, we're going to extract it and upload it into Clay. If we're built inside Clay, we can just continue inside Clay. So in Clay, we're going to clean and enrich that list, ensure that the data is all there, it's accurate, and it's relevant based on kind of our requirements. Then we're going to write copy that speaks directly to the list that we've built. So it's going to be relevant, it's going to be personalized, and the only goal that you have when you're writing your copy and building these campaigns is to get hand raisers. You want people just to say yes. We're going to send all of that data to smartlead.ai, and we're going to utilize their AI-driven email sequencer that is basically optimized for response rates. We're going to do some A/B split testing so we can actually optimize the messaging for the message that is resonating most with the prospects. And we're going to turn them positive leads or the positive responses into booked meetings onto our calendar. So once we've got the hand raiser, we're then going to push for the meeting. Then we take the meeting, we pitch, we close the deals, and then we fulfill for the client. Well done. We have made money with our AI-powered service, and we've generated leads with AI-powered lead generation. Now, that was a very, very high-level overview kind of explanation of how you would do this, but I have a few videos that will go over, or should cover everything that you need to actually generate leads for your B2B company. So I've put some of them in here. I'll also link them in the description as well for you guys to watch. But yeah, one thing that's just so important though is that it's great that you're here doing research, you're watching this video, you're learning, you're figuring out how to actually build your AI-powered startup and how to distribute it. But you need to take action. The worst thing that you can do is pretend that this, watching this video right now, although like I'm thankful for it, but the worst thing you can do is pretend that you watching videos is productive. It's not. Start sending cold emails. We'll set up your business. Start sending cold emails and start generating pipeline for your business now. Because the only way for you to actually make progress is by actually executing kind of your ideas and actively marketing your solution as well. Otherwise, all this time that you're spending watching, learning, and planning, it's just a waste of time if you're not out there actually marketing your product. Because in essence, you're not going to make no money. Now, I do have a very, very special offer. Since you've reached this far in the video, if you want us to build the lead generation system for your company and manage it, we're offering a 30-minute free consultation on how you can build your own AI-powered lead generation system, go-to-market engine for your company. So if you're interested, what I'll do, I'll leave a link in the description on how to apply, on where to apply to work with us below. And of course, if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my newsletter for more B2B growth strategies, and make sure you hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel because I'll be sharing a lot more content like this going forward. Apart from that, thank you for watching. Love you lots. See you later.